Right, Ankita. And, with just days away from the deadline, this continues to be the spotlight, the US debt default. The US Senate began a series of proposed amendments to an already, pretty much approved bill to raise the debt ceiling and avert a catastrophic default and cap spending. Majority leaders like Chuck Schumer have gone ahead and said that both sides have locked in an agreement that enables the Senate to easily pass the legislation smoothly.
Meanwhile, inflation in the Eurozone eased more than expected in the month of May. Headline inflation in the region fell to 6.1% from 7% in April. This, remember, is the lowest level since February of 2022. The core inflation, excluding energy and food, also declined to 5.3% from 5.6%. Now, what's left to see whether the ECB continues to hike rates aggressively. Street, however, is expecting at least 2 more rate hikes in its upcoming meetings.
Right, and we'll switch focus quickly to the Asian market. The Sri Lankan central bank has slashed their key policy rates by 250 basis points. This is the first time in 3 years that the central bank has cut rates, largely alluding to a rebound in the economy that was reeling under crisis until recently. South Asian island republic plunged into crisis last year as its foreign exchange reserves ran out, food and energy prices spiraled and soared, and protesting mobs forced the ouster of the country's then president.
And laptop maker Dell reported better than expected first quarter results, even as macro challenges weighed on computer and laptop demand across geographies. A beat on the bottom line came even as margins and the revenue fell amid a weaker backdrop for PC demand.
Right, and Australia-based investment firm GQG Partners, having a stake in Adani as well, has now gone ahead and increased their exposure in chipmaker NVIDIA. Yes, this is the company that briefly joined the likes of Apple, Alphabet and Microsoft in the $1 trillion market cap club. GQG increased their exposure, citing increased likelihood of the company benefiting from investments in AI.
And financial giant JP Chase will be shutting down 21 branches of First Republic Bank and by the end of this year. As the bank integrates the failed lender into its operations, the location account for about a quarter of First Republic's 84 branches across the states. About 100 employees who are impacted by these branch closures will be offered 6-month transition assignments.